Good morning, dear students. Today we will study chapter 14, Chemical Effects of Electric Current. In this chapter we will study about electric current and we will study some important terms related to electric current, and then lastly we will study about the chemical effects of electric current. Okay, that means when electric current is passed through a liquid or any solution, some chemical changes takes place in that solution. So we will study that in detail. So first I am going to start with some concepts related to electric current and some important terms. Okay. So what is electric current? Electric current is the flow of electrons. How we need to understand that there are some terms, good conductors of electricity, poor conductors of electricity. So let us try to understand that in detail. Okay. So we know that electric current, it can only flow through a closed circuit. Okay, so for example, here I have drawn an electric circuit. This is open. Okay, we can see here this circuit is open because the ends of the wire, they are not connected. If I connect them, for example, if I connect them, okay, now the circuit is complete and electric current will start flowing through the circuit and bulb will start glowing. And what is the direction of electric current in any circuit? Electric current always flow through a closed circuit, and electric current flows through positive terminal to the negative terminal through the external circuit. So as I told you, let us understand about the good conductors and bad conductors of electricity. Good conductor of electricity means the materials which allow electric current to flow through it. Okay, for example, copper, aluminium, gold, iron, etc. Now, what are poor conductors of electricity, or we can say bad conductors of electricity? Poor conductor of electricity means the materials that do not allow electric current to flow through it. For example, plastic, rubber, etc. So, how we can check that whether any material is a good or poor conductor of electricity? So, here this is you can say a tester or a setup to test whether a material is a good or poor conductor of electricity. Okay, let me make it completely. Here you can see these two ends are open. Okay, this is terminal A and let's name it terminal B. For simplicity, you can connect here to metal clips also. Okay, in chapter 4, we performed the activity that metals conduct electricity and non-metals do not conduct electricity. Okay, we have performed it, so it will be easy for you to understand. So here, as I told you, for simplicity, you can take one battery, one small bulb. Okay, these are the conducting wires, and here keep the two ends of the wire open. Okay, so here for simplicity, connect metal clips, and between those metal clips, let us between those metal clips, let us keep one silver coin. Okay. So when you will keep here, between the metal clips, when you will keep the silver coin, you will notice that the bulb will start glowing. Because the circuit will become complete, current will start flowing through the circuit and bulb will glow. The same if you will do with any iron nail or any other iron object or any gold ring or any other jewelry of gold. So we will notice that in all these cases, when you connect these materials here between these two terminals, so you will notice that the bulb will start glowing, because when we will join any metallic object, when we will connect here between these two terminals, okay, so what will happen? The circuit will become complete and the current will start flowing through the circuit. Current will flow from positive terminal to the negative terminal. So we can say that these are the good conductors of electricity. Okay, now let's try the same with the any plastic object. You can take any plastic comb, plastic ruler, etc. Keep it here between the two terminals. Okay. Try to join these two ends with any plastic object. You will notice that in that case, the bulb will not glow. Because why? Because plastic is a poor conductor of electricity and it does not allow electric current to flow through it. Okay, so that's why in that case, even we have joined these two terminals with the help of any plastic object, but the current will not flow. Okay. So because of which the circuit will be incomplete and current will not flow through the circuit. So plastic is a poor conductor of electricity. So I hope now it is clear that what are good and poor conductors of electricity. So now coming to the liquids. test the conductivity of liquids? Yes, it is possible. We can also check the conductivity of liquids. You can see this is a setup, or you can say this is a tester, this electric circuit, this is a setup to test the conductivity of the liquid. We need a battery, a very small bulb, conducting wires, okay, and in a plastic bowl, take some amount of any liquid, okay, whose conductivity you want to check. So you will notice that, for example, I have taken here in this plastic bowl, I have taken tap water. For example, this is tap water. We know that tap water is a good conductor of electricity. So what will happen in that case? The current will start flowing through the circuit. The circuit will become complete, okay, and the current will start flowing through the circuit and bulb will start glowing. Bulb will start glowing. So tap water is a good conductor of electricity. Like this, take some different liquids in different plastic bowls and test them one by one. Okay, for example, in case of the tap water is a good conductor of electricity. So because of which the current will start flowing through the circuit and bulb will start glowing. Now let's perform the same activity with the distilled water. Distilled water is a pure form of water. Okay, distilled water doesn't conduct electricity. Distilled water is a poor conductor of electricity. Now let's try it with lemon juice. Then what do you think? Will it conduct? Yes. Lemon juice, it contains citric acid. Okay, so the lemon juice is also a good conductor of electricity. In this, for example, in this plastic bowl here, you have taken lemon juice. In that case also the circuit will also be complete because the liquid, the lemon juice is conducting. It is conducting in nature. Okay, so because of it, again the circuit will be complete, current will start flowing through the circuit and the bulb will glow. Okay, if we do perform the same activity with the any vegetable oil, okay, like for example mustard oil, then mustard oil, or we can say any vegetable oil, is a poor conductor of electricity. That will not glow. So in that case bulb will not glow and the current will not flow. If you take milk, so we'll notice that in case of the milk also the current will flow through the circuit and bulb will glow. Milk is also a good conductor of electricity. Okay. So like this, with the help of this setup, we can check the conductivity of the liquids. It's a very simple circuit, it's very easy to make. Okay, so like this, with the help of this setup, we can test the conductivity of the liquids. So, but after this, after understanding this electric circuit, what we have understood that some liquids are good conductor of electricity and some liquids are poor conductor of electricity. Okay, so here one more activity has been given. Yes, before moving to the another activity, I want to tell one more thing here. If we take the example of the vinegar, vinegar is a weak conductor. Okay, vinegar conducts electricity, but it conducts very less amount of current, because of which the bulb will not glow. Vinegar is an aqueous solution of acetic acid. Okay, vinegar is a weak conductor, because of which the bulb will not get enough amount of current so as to glow. Okay, so in that case, what we can do, we can replace the bulb with the LED. Okay, because LED has the capability to detect very weak currents. Okay, what is LED? LED means light emitting diode. LED has two legs. One leg is slightly longer than the another leg. The slightly longer leg is known as the positive terminal. Okay, let me show you in your book. Here in your book, on page number B59, you can see here very clearly that LED, one leg of the LED is longer and one is smaller. Okay, this is the positive terminal and this is the negative terminal. So make sure when you will connect it in the circuit, the positive leg, okay, this longer leg, it should be connected to the positive terminal. Okay, and the negative and the smaller leg should be connected to the smaller terminal, this negative terminal of the battery. Okay, so as to detect the weak currents, we use LED in place of bulb. Okay. Now, in your book on page number B59, one activity has been given to show that water containing any salt, acid or alkali is a good conductor of electricity. It's very easy to perform. What we have to take 3 bowls. Okay, we have to take 3 plastic bowls, fill them with the distilled water. I told you that distilled water is a poor conductor of electricity. It doesn't allow electric current to flow through it. Okay, in the first bowl having the distilled water, pour few drops of the HCl and stir it well. Then in the second bowl having distilled water, add few drops of the caustic soda, which is also known as sodium hydroxide. Okay, stir well. Here, then in the third plastic bowl having the distilled water, add some amount of salt and stir it well. Okay, now take your electric this circuit, or we can say take your tester. Okay, now what I told you here, in this case, instead of the bulb, replace it with the help of an LED. So we will notice that if the two ends of your tester in the first solution, you will notice that the LED starts glowing. Okay, you can see here, this is the circuit on page number B59. You can see this is very simple circuit, or you can see you can call it a tester. So here you will notice that when you will dip these two ends of the tester, in the solution, in the first bowl, you will notice that the LED glows. Okay, now repeat the same with the other bowls also. You will notice that in all of the three cases, LED will glow. Okay, so it clearly indicates that water containing any acid or any alkali or salt, it is a good conductor of electricity. In this video, we studied about the good and poor conductors of electricity. Okay, good conductor of electricity means the materials that allow electric current to flow through it. And the poor conductor of electricity means the materials that do not allow electric current to flow through it. Okay, good conductors like metals, gold, iron, aluminium, etc. If we take the examples of the poor conductor of electricity, then it will be the rubber, plastic, etc. Okay, so here this is the setup. We studied in this. This is the setup to test the conductivity of the solid materials. Then we studied about the setup that can be used to test the conductivity of the liquids. And after understanding about this tester, we have understood that there are some liquids that are good conductors of electricity, and some liquids are poor conductors of electricity. So dear students, this is all for today. Thank you.